welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah, and today I am going to be bringing you my very first foodie video, which I'm very excited about. I subscribed to something called Try the World, and I got my first two boxes. I got a France box and an Italy box, and I will tell you more about why I got two boxes and not just one. But today I'm going to show you the contents of the France box so that you can see what's inside and you can see if it's something that you're interested in or if it's something that you want to pass on. If you turn the lid around, you will see that there's actually this little guide that they give you which tells you about each and every one of the products and gives you suggestions on how you might want to use them. And what I really thought was impressive about the France box was that the guide told you about the companies, and a lot of them seem to be family-owned companies that have been around for at least 100 years, which is very appealing to me as a foodie. It's not that I hold anything against a company that hasn't been around for a long time. Good food is good food. But when a company has been around for 120 years and they've been working on, let's say, farming tomatoes or making fig jam, which are two of the items, to me that's really appealing because it says that there's some staying power and that people in France have probably been enjoying these products for a really long time. So here goes. Let me show you the items one by one. So the first thing I saw when I opened the box was this. And this is a Fleur de Sal. It's basically a sea salt, and it just brings the flavor of everything out. And I'm a huge fan of like Fleur de Sal and sea salt because sea salt caramels are one of the greatest things in life. And if you haven't had them, then you are behind the curve and you need to go get some. The second item in the box is a tomato spread. It says that you can dip the crackers, which I'm going to show you next, into it, or you can also put it on pasta, and that's definitely how I'm going to be using it. And the funny thing is, it smells actually like a pizza sauce or a pasta sauce, but really it smells more like pizza sauce to me. So like I said, the next item is some really lovely puff pastry cracker type things, and I'm very intentionally not reading the names of the items because I'm going to butcher them all. The fourth item I'm going to show you is a fig and walnut spread, which I'm really excited about because I love fig jam, especially with cheese. And according to the little booklet, they also had a clementine one and a cherry one. So it looked like you had they had an option of giving you one of three, but I would have been happy with any of those three, but I particularly love fig jam, and I've never had fig jam with walnuts in it before, so I'm really excited to see what this is going to be like. Fifth item is a whole grain mustard, which I've never been much of a mustard person until recently when I discovered whole grain mustard, and I started putting it in tuna salads and making salad dressings with it. By the way, if you happen to have pear butter, especially if it's homemade, pairs very nicely with whole grain mustard and makes the absolute best salad dressing you could ever want to make. Next, we have these biscuits from a company called Oui. And they look like little tea biscuits, and I am looking forward to these. I like sweet things, so I think these will be fun. The next item is this chestnut spread. It was one of the first things I saw when I opened the box. And the last item was a packet of crepes, and I was really excited about those because they were actually hidden at the bottom of the box. So when I took my first peek at it, I saw all these items that I showed you laid across the top. But when I got underneath, it was some handmade crepes, which I've already tried, and they were delicious. And they can be paired with this spread right here, or you could do them savory if you want to do with the tomato spread. I don't know that I would want to make them savory because I felt like they tasted like a dessert or a breakfast to me, but to each his own. Maybe that works for you and maybe you want to try it. But I used my crepes, I put them in a frying pan with a little bit of butter just to heat them through and warm them up and make them more pliable, and then I put on some fresh mango and just a simple dusting of powdered sugar both on the inside and the outside, and they were really, really good. So those were the items that came in my box. Just a few extra details. The box was $39, and what they do is every 2 months they're going to charge you the $39 and send you a different country. The nice thing about Try the World is that you have 5 days before your sort of billing slash shipping date to decide whether you want the box or not. So if the country doesn't appeal to you, or if you just don't want to do it for whatever other reason, you can pause the box and then they'll offer you the next one. Since I was subscribing for the first time, I was able to jump in on a promotion where you buy a box, which was the France box, and you get a box free, which for me was the Italy box. If you're going to do this and you haven't already subscribed, I highly recommend searching the internet for this promotion. Why not get 2 boxes for the price of one your first time out? I don't think they're going to recommend that to you later on. The one thing I will say is if you see the deal, and you definitely know you want to do this, grab it, because I saw this deal and I decided to wait, and then when I was ready to pay for it, it wasn't available to me anymore. But the funny thing is my friend kept telling me that she could see the deal and she even tried to forward it to me, but I think they're just really clever and they know how to block you out. They give it to you for a certain amount of time, and I think mine was it was showing me the deal for a couple weeks, I want to say at least. And then once it was gone, it was gone. And I tried to search it and I couldn't find it. And I had to actually switch from my phone to my laptop to be able to get the deal. So that was the Try the World France box. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm very excited to dig in and try some of these items, and I will be posting about some of them on foodiebeautylife.com, which is where I write blog posts every week about different food and beauty items that I've discovered. So please join me there, and please join me regularly on this channel. You can subscribe by hitting the subscribe button below and hit the bell right next to it, which will alert you when videos are posting. And I enjoy spending time with you, and I'm looking forward to spending more time with you, especially in the month of May when I'm going to be posting a lot more videos and getting into what will become my regular schedule for posting. So thank you for joining me again, and I look forward to spending more time with you. Take care.